Hi there, it's Sandy, your sister and your friend. Welcome to today's video. I don't think we can hear it too often that we are one with God. God has given us the Holy Spirit to live in us, to be our guide in this life. The Holy Spirit is our helper and our comforter and the wisdom that we seek. The Holy Spirit is just there, waiting for us to come and turn to get the answers that we need in this life. If I thought that I was in this life separate and apart and that I had to figure out everything for myself, I would definitely be in a world of hurt. How could I possibly know how things are going to turn out, what things need to happen? How would I know how, when I interact with another human being, that they're going to respond? How would I know what needs to happen in the universe for all things to work for the good of everybody concerned? There's no way I can know that. Even Jesus said when he was here on the earth, of myself I can do nothing. So, so that's really the case. There is nothing that we're able to do, and yet we know the one who has all the power, all the knowledge, and is everywhere. We know God, and if because we have the Holy Spirit, and so if we know this and we turn to the Holy Spirit to give us guidance and to put aside the way that we see our circumstances through the eyes of the ego, then we're going to get to a different place here in our lives. We're going to get to this knowledge of God that we're all really are looking for, what our heart is seeking for. I have a new friend that I met through the comments on this channel. His name is Dan Green, and I'll link I link to one of his music videos down below. But in his comments on one of my videos, he mentioned a podcast that he had heard. I think it's called A Lonely Highway, and it's by Daniel Donato was interviewing Steve Vai. And the reason that my friend Dan mentioned it to me is that Steve had said that he had gotten so much benefit from the book A Course in Miracles to know really that we are all love, and also to help him see the obstacles to the freedom that that love brings, I had brought into his life. And Dan mentioned to me because I had said in one of my videos that I'm studying A Course in Miracles. So I listened to that podcast, and one of the things that Steve said was that you'll know that the Holy Spirit is working in your life when the solution is a win-win for everybody involved. Now that was a new idea for me. But when I thought about it, I thought, yeah, when the ego gets involved, the ego is always looking for one person to win and one person to lose. And yet, when we are the declared winner by our ego, we actually lose also, because anytime there's a loss for anybody, since we're all one, we're all brothers. I see my brother as myself because my brother is myself, then I'm losing as well. So I decided to apply this win-win logic to a situation that I was facing. And this was something that I had prayed about, but actually, to be perfectly honest, I think my prayers look more like me wringing my hands and me telling God, oh, there's no answer, which is, by the way, my ego's favorite form of prayer. So there's that. So this time I came to God and I said, I really need an answer. I really need your guidance in this. And I want everybody to win, and I really want everybody to feel like they are loved by you. I want all of us to feel like we are beloved sons of the living God in the solution that you're going to give me. And I said, I will do my very best to lay aside in this time with you to get still and lay aside all of my half-baked answers and ideas about how this problem should be solved. And when I got still and I just let those thoughts, whatever the thoughts that came, just let them pass by, all these things that I knew I had thought before, let them go, just let them go. No judgment, no judgment, just they weren't God's solution. Within a minute of doing that, I had the solution. It was an idea I had never thought of before. And and I was really kind of stunned that it was something that I hadn't thought of. So I approached all the parties involved in this situation, and I first of all told them how I had come up with this idea, that I did ask God for guidance, that we would all feel loved. And when I offered his solution, his answer, everybody thought it was a great idea. Now, and we're moving forward with that. I have to tell you though, I want you to know that truly my belief is that I could have come up with the solution. It was very obvious in hindsight, but if I had offered this up, it wouldn't have been received the way it was eventually received, because the Holy Spirit had changed my heart so that I was looking for a loving solution. The Holy Spirit was working on the hearts of the other people so that they were receptive to his idea, to God's plan for this. And so it was really the power of God working in all of our hearts that made the difference in having us all accept this as something that was from God and that we would receive and be able to go forward on. This is not a matter of doing it in my strength and using my mind apart from God. It is really asking God, asking the one who has all the power, who knows how all things are going to work out, who is already inside each person and able to influence the way that we receive the gifts that we get from God. It was me tuning in, letting go of the idea that I could do this by myself, and asking for guidance, and then having the power of God work through the hearts of everybody involved. Anytime that we think that we have something that we have to solve on our own, and we feel a tightness, or we feel apprehension, we feel fear about it, it's because we are trying to do this on our own. We're trying to work out and solve things that we're not meant to solve alone. We're meant to look for guidance. As a matter of fact, that is part of our inheritance, is to look to God for answers and to expect the Holy Spirit to give us answers. And honestly, I know that the Holy Spirit is talking and communicating with me all the time. I just need to turn away from the noise, the noisy answers and thoughts and half-baked ideas. That's all the ego has to give me. The ego has nothing else. It's only using my past to predict my future, and it's using it from its perspective, its illusion of how things are. That's all it's got. I can't judge the ego for trying to use what it's got. I just need to turn away. I just need to turn away and turn into that place of stillness, into that place where I know all the answers are already there. I've already been given all the answers. The wisdom is just waiting as a gift to me, waiting for me to say, yes, I'll open the gift. I'll open the gift. I know I already have it. And thank you. Thank you in advance. I know that I can expect you to answer because the answers already been given to me. You know, friends, when we realize that this is the life that we can lead, always looking for guidance, always getting the guidance that we're looking for, this is how we know that we're going to go about changing our lives. And when we change our lives, we're really changing the world. and that the world is going to be a better place because we take the time to be still and look for God to give us the solutions to any problem that we face. So that's it. I wanted to share that with you today. Thank you so much for listening to my videos. That means so much to me. If you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate you doing that. If this means anything to you, has meant anything to you, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I read everything. I respond to everything. I love you so much. Go and be blessed today. I love being in God's family with you so much. See you next time. Bye.